Lieutenant Colonel William Vivian. I'm the battalion commander for 2nd Battalion, 4th Marines, the Magnificent Bastards. Operation Western Gambit was a combined operation that we did in the district of Nowzad, and we did this to expand the influence of the government of Afghanistan. We put a police station into a village named Kerr Gay, and we returned that village to control the government, and we've also put additional positions and disrupted the enemy outside of Kerr Gay in order to allow that area to mature. We did this after working extensively with the district government and the district chief of police and the local people there, who are very much in favor of having a government presence in Kerr Gay. Kerr Gay is important because it controls the approaches into the district center of Nowzad, and the people there told us that they would support the government if we were able to put a police position there. And so we helped the government of Afghanistan do that, and I'm happy to report that we've already built the police station there, and it's been well received by the locals, who are now enthusiastically recruiting their young men to join the Afghan National Security Forces. Well, of course, we had 2nd Battalion, 4th Marines, the Magnificent Bastards. Our battalion participated in the operation, specifically Weapons Company out in Nowzad and Echo Company down in southern Nowzad participated. On the Afghan side, we had our partners in the Kandak, which is 3rd Battalion, 2nd Brigade, the 215th Corps, as well as the policemen from the district of Nowzad. The scheme of maneuver for this operation, we started in Nowzad with over 350 Marine sailors and Afghan security forces participating in the operation. And from there we moved at night into Kerr Gay, and we surprised the enemy because we got in there before light. And then we met with some of the local leadership there. We brought the district governor of Nowzad there to conduct a shura, talk to the locals about improving security there. And then in the subsequent days, we expanded out from Kerr Gay to push the enemy further away, and we went to the villages of Razdani, Olya, and Sofla, Lawar Tangi, and then down in the southern approaches, our Echo Company helicoptered in a few days later, caught the enemy by surprise in the staging area there, in an area near the villages of Barang, Mishmash Karez, and Mama Karez. And in that area is where the enemy historically would come up towards Kerr Gay to lay IEDs, attack the coalition, and intimidate the people. So the decisive move was going into Kerr Gay, and the other efforts that we did in the outlying villages disrupted the enemy and prevented them from interfering with what we were trying to accomplish. The decisive move in this operation was putting the police station into Kerr Gay, because that brought that village back under control of their own government. Well, first, the strength of the enemy in and around Kerr Gay was probably 10 to 15 fighters, so we quickly swept them out of the way. In the outlying areas, the enemy was far stronger, and we had a lot more contact took place out there as they made forays, and they would mass and try to attack us from those areas. But the Marines did a great job, partnered with the ANA soldiers, in getting to the enemy before they could get set to attack us. So their strength out on the edges varied greatly, 30, 50, and they would come at us in 4 to 5 man teams. This operation has affected the enemy's influence, first of all, by preventing them from interfering with Kerr Gay in any way. They just can't get at it anymore. And it further shows the growing strength of the government of Afghanistan. Also in the outlying areas, we've gone to places where the coalition either hasn't been in a long time or has never been, and so we're actually getting in the enemy's rear areas by conducting this operation. The long-term goal for our battalion area of operations is for the routes from the district centers of Nowzad and Musakla to be open down to Gereshk and Lashkar Gah so that both commerce and governance can flow up what's known as the Gereshk Road. By going to these outlying areas where the enemy historically beds down and builds IEDs, and that's where they're staging areas for the attacks on that road, we're really inhibiting his ability to get at that road and to intimidate the population. So the long-term picture that we're looking for is that both of the district centers are secure and the route to the south is open. And by further pushing the security bubble out in all directions, we make it easier for not just us, but the Afghans long-term to secure these routes in the district centers. Another big part of Western Gambit to keep in mind is that the Marines are operating in a very distributed fashion. And so what distributed operations means is that we've got more and more responsibilities being put on the shoulders of Marines of younger age and lesser experience. So the jobs that we would have seen lieutenants do in the history of the Marine Corps, now sergeants, in some cases corporals, are doing that job. And so it's really quite remarkable. And the fact that they're doing it partnered with the Afghan National Security Forces just adds to the complexity. And I've been not just pleased, but actually humbled by the discipline and the focus the Marines and sailors of the battalion are showing. So it's been very successful so far, and I attribute that to our pre-deployment training and just to the high quality and the work ethic of the Marines we've got in the battalion today.